Hello, and how's it going? Caitlin here, and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. Hope you're excited. I'm excited. What do we have on the menu this week? Chicken Alfredo, stuffed pepper skillet, egg Fu Young Casserole, strawberry spinach salad, and buffalo chicken pizza. Like, doesn't this sound like a great week? This is gonna be awesome. So we may as well get ourselves ready, get ourselves right in there. I've got varying levels of prep depending on your level of motivation and how much time you got. So if you want to start on it, you can start on it. If you want to continue with it, you can continue with it. So I'm actually going to start with step 3 because I'm going to pre-cook some chicken for, I'm going to throw some chicken on my spinach salad. And I'm also going to pre-cook chicken to go in the chicken Alfredo. So I'm going to get that ready now. I'm just gonna cook it in the microwave while I'm doing other things. That way I'm not using up any extra time, right? Whoops. So I've got 3 packs of chicken breasts here, and I'm just gonna cook up all of them. Tico, do you need to go outside? Sorry about that. Dog's about to lose her mind at somebody out there. Better than me. Is that awful? Okay, so what I'm gonna be using here, I'm using this to butterfly the chicken just so that it'll cook faster. And this is called a close and cut. And it's got a spring release top and bottom. So if you're cutting chicken breasts in 2 the dangerous way, then it'll just slice them right in half. So it's super, super, super handy for this type of thing. So I just hold it like that, put the knife in, go right across, and voila, my chicken is cut. Pretty sweet, right? So just gonna take my 2 halves, throw those in there, do the same with the other 2. If you're going to be cutting your chicken like this to make it cook faster, I will always recommend, if you don't have one of these fancy schmancy devices, make sure it's a little bit frozen first. If it's a little bit frozen, then it's not going to be quite so hazardous. But I am klutzy in the kitchen, so I make up for my lack of skills with pretty toys. And some people have the skills, and good on you. Because that is not me. That is definitely not me. Because it really does not get any easier than that. So I'm just gonna take this and put this over here. That's all gross and chickeny and stuff. Oops. My goodness, I'm sorry about that. I just threw you. That was a little rude. I am really, really terribly sorry about that. Okay, I'm just gonna salt and pepper this chicken a little bit. I'm just gonna throw this in the microwave in this dish. Now that thing's my rock crock. It's also my rock. It does a bunch of microwave cooking, but it doesn't taste like garbage after. It actually tastes delicious after. So stones, you'll find, have much the same effect. Somehow things just cook in the microwave really well, even though they shouldn't. So that's step 3. So I'm gonna go on to step 1 now. So we're gonna slice 4 peppers. taking the insides out, put them into my little garbage pile here. My cutting board has pockets so that when they get full, I can just take it and I can, you know, dump it in the trash, which is lovely. Like things that make things easy. So, two things that you'll always want to have: a cutting board and a nice sharp knife. A sharp knife is a safe knife, because a sharp knife has better precision. You're not doing a sawing motion. It's not going to slip and accidentally cut you. So it seems like a sharp knife is a bad idea, and it's a great idea. So if you do not have a nice sharp knife, get yourself a nice sharp knife. And then it can be your prep day knife, and you'll look forward to using it with me every prep day. And all the fruit back there and stuff, like it was grocery day and prep day, it all comes, and then just process it all. But I find it so much easier if I just kind of wash all my fruit before, and then I can just grab and go whenever I need a little snack, or whenever the kids do. I don't have to be worrying and fussing with it, so because who needs that? Okay, so got all my peppers like gutted, for lack of a better term. Is there a better term? Got them all gutted. I'm gonna use this to slice these, because I'm gonna slice these. I'm gonna slice an onion, and I'm gonna slice some mushrooms. This will not slice the onion, or it's not recommended. However, it does do a great job in slicing peppers and mushrooms. So, there's one pepper all sliced up. You see, all just nice, perfect slices. Might have made my pieces slightly ginormous for this, but whatever, it'll do it. They put a little backbone into it, right? There we go. Sorry about that, pepper. Okay. You could also slice the old-fashioned way. Nothing wrong with that. I already got to dump this into another container. This is going to be a big one. So what I'm going to throw them all in this bag. Love a good silicone bag because they really don't take up a ton of space. You can kind of squish them into those little spots in the fridge, and I don't know about you, but my fridge ends up like there's some very prime real estate in there that you just don't want to mess with. It's somehow when people look in the fridge, there's nothing to eat, even though it's packed full. So most of these peppers are for red pepper, stuffed pepper skillet, which is delicious. And really, you can use any color peppers you want to. I like to throw a variety in there just because more color looks pretty. But if you have a preference, go with it. Bunch of peppers. all sliced up. So there we go, 4 sliced peppers. There is one thing off of the list, aside from, step 3. Now I'm going to slice the mushrooms as well. So I got a pack of mushrooms, and I'm gonna slice half of them, and I'm gonna chop half of them. So I'm all fancy and stuff. No pepper there. There we go. So it just cuts through them like nothing, like so easy. Wish I could use this for the onions too, but I would do false advertising. So there is that. I think I might just gonna put a divider in that one because I'm gonna chop the other half of the mushroom later. So I'm gonna throw it in the same container. Okay, slicing 1 onion. And moving right along. Clear off some of that. She's getting a little juicy there. Okay, so slicing an onion, I chop off the ends, take off the peel, and then I just go right in like I'm cutting a bar lime or bar lime lemon, except in tiny wedges for anybody who used to be a bartender, or plays bartender in their basement. Either one, both admirable. Takes pretty much the same skills, right? One onion sliced. I'm going to be chopping an onion eventually, so once again, I'm just going to divide this container in 2 and revisit that one in a little bit. Now that is step 1. If that's all you got in you, you sliced some stuff, awesome. I'm going to go on to some chopping. So it turns out I'm revisiting my onion like immediately. Happens. So I'm going to chop 1 onion. One other part that's in step 3 as an optional is to look through your fridge and see what needs to be used this week, what's going to go bad, what you could incorporate into other recipes or into side dishes. If you want to do that before you do your prep, then you could very efficiently chop that stuff at the same time. Because you can sneak a lot into things if you chop things small enough. Go. 1 chopped onion, 1 sliced onion. They are both in the same container with a divider in the middle so that I won't be like, stinking anything up. Who needs that? There we go. Another container, all done. So we chopped the onion. I'm gonna chop my mushrooms now too so that I can be done with this other container. Just gonna check my chicken. Looks good, but I always use a thermometer just to make sure, look in the middle, make sure it's at the right temp. Yep, she's good to go. So that's just gonna be sliced up and then it'll be good to go for salads and whatnot. I'm probably just gonna leave it in the halves there and throw it in a container, to be perfectly honest, because I can chop them up tomorrow. It'll be fine. Okay, chopping mushrooms. I'll put this little container back in there. Got my other mushrooms right here. And just because something's a slice and something's a chop doesn't mean you have to go with that. Like, maybe mushrooms work better for your family if you're hiding them and chopping them. Maybe onions. You can chop as many things as you want. If you got a food processor, you just throw all this in there and just press a button and let her go. So, the mushrooms are all chopped. Another container set to go. I'm just wondering, I should have saying I should have another divider there. Apparently I lost it. Oops. But that'll turn up sometime. Okay, so now I also am going to be chopping some celery, which I'm just cutting off the ends of them because the ends at the bottom always look like just a little grody. And then chop off the tops. I'm just gonna rough chop them before I go to town with my chopper. With the chopper, it's like capture the food. So I'm just doing a little swoop and seeing what I catch in there, and then that's what I'm chopping. If you don't turn it into a game, then why bother, right? Oops. I guess I should chop them first before I throw them in there. Day is also like an arm workout. Like you're doing good things for yourself. You can just take off your gym time and just do prep day instead. Look at the efficiency. Okay. So there's my celery all chopped up. Just gonna throw it in there. Now I've got a pepper I'm gonna chop up as well. I believe that'll be it for the chopping portion. For me anyway, maybe you're chopping other things, leftovers, or, you know, some of the slicey things that you'd rather be chopped things. There we go. all chopped and just in time because, dude, I was starting to feel a burn there. Okay, so I'm just going to throw that in here. Containers, 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 all through the fridge. But throughout the week, it will become less and less and less and less and less. Okay. I have one last veggie to do, and I meant to do it with step 1 in my slicing section, but you know what? I didn't do it. That's okay. I'm at peace with myself. I'm going to slice a red onion. There's one recipe that calls for half a red onion, another recipe that calls for half a red onion, so together we get 1 red onion. I know, who did that math? Smart. Okay, so I'm going to chop off one end of it. Get rid of this peel. And I'm going to keep one end intact just so it's a little easier for me to hold on to while I'm slicing it, because I am just doing thin slices. I know you're probably thinking like all these little like tools and gadgets and stuff that I'm using is probably a lot of extra dishes after, and it's surprisingly not, because they all go in the dishwasher, which is lovely. So I just make sure that I'm ready to fill my dishwasher after my prepping, and then I'm good to go. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw those red onions right in there. Slap a lid on that bad boy. And there we go. Now the very last thing that I have to do is for step 2, which is just grating cheese. Grating cheese for pizza, because you do save a little money if you decide that you're going to grate your own. Per gram, you pay less that way, and it's usually better cheese. So there's really no losing, and while you're already here, you're already doing the things, might as well just shred the cheese. If you're lactose free, this Saputo lactose free pizza cheese is really, really, really good. If you're dairy free, my favorite thing to use is mayonnaise in place of cheese, and I know that sounds really weird. But it actually works. It works really well if you mix probably about 3 tablespoons-ish per every cup of sauce, and you just mix it in, then your sauce is not going to do that thing where it just, if you do a dairy-free pizza and there's no fake cheese on it, if you're not a fake cheese person or you can't eat it, your sauce just tends to dry out and disappear, and your whole pizza just gets kind of dry, and it's a lot less enjoyable. But if you try the mayonnaise trick, it has a surprisingly nice texture. It does not dry out. I'm not going to use the M word because, you know, it's kind of gross, but it does all the right things, surprisingly. And of course, it's mayo. The taste just kind of, you know, blends into whatever. And it's cheap and it's on hand, like, or at least it is in my house. There's always going to be mayo here. So I don't have to plan in advance that much. I have enough food restrictions that I really can't handle the fake cheeses, because there's just a lot of ingredients in them, and there's too many ingredients for me to safely handle. So anyhow, if you can do dairy, get yourself a good cheese. Do not skimp out on your cheese, because it can make the difference between your pizza feeling like it's takeout worthy and making it feel like a, you know, kind of crummy homemade pizza that you wish you ordered delivery instead. But homemade, it should almost always be preferable. Like in flavor. So if it's not, then you need to reevaluate your ingredients. Sorry, that sounded judgy, didn't it? Didn't mean for it to. Just there's a lot of good that you can do at home. All right, here we go. And I think that should probably do it. There should probably be enough cheese. So just gonna throw that in a container too. This thing that goes with the grater, it measures 2 cups up to here. So if I know if it's like kind of overflowing a little bit, then it's probably closer to 2.5, which is about what we use for a 16-inch pizza. So there we go. Everything's good. Just saved a lot of time and a lot of dishes this week. So congratulations if you did it all. And did you find anything else that you were able to prep ahead? And if you did, drop it in the comments. Let me know. And I hope you guys have a good week. I'm really excited for all these meals this week. It sounds delicious. So how can we possibly go wrong? I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.